Hey, quick question. When you hear the word luxury, what pops into your mind? Diamonds that gleam like they were forged from starlight? Supercars tearing through Miami streets at 3 a.m., engines growling like they're alive? Fashion runways where models glide flawlessly, as if perfection were just part of their DNA? Or those rare handbags priced higher than a downtown apartment? Looks incredible, right? Perfect, exclusive, untouchable. But here's the truth. That's just what they want you to see. Beneath the sparkle and glamour lies a side of luxury the industry works very hard to hide. And once you see it, your perception of all things luxurious will never be the same. Take diamonds, for example. Symbols of eternal love, rarity, and timeless value. That's the story. But behind that story lies decades where giants like De Beers controlled supply on purpose. Diamonds weren't nearly as rare as we were told. They were kept scarce to keep prices sky high. And then there's the darker part. Conflict diamonds. Stones mined in war zones, used to fund armed groups. Harvested through brutal conditions, sometimes involving child labor. Even in 2025, smuggled diamonds still slip into the luxury market. That sparkling engagement ring that looks innocent? It may carry a history far more violent than anyone wants to admit. And the environmental damage? Entire landscapes destroyed, water polluted, communities displaced. So that $50,000 ring isn't just about love. It's about control, conflict, and exploitation. The fashion world looks glamorous too. Spotless runways, slow-motion shots, perfect lighting. But behind the curtains is a very different reality. Luxury houses like Chanel, Louis Vuitton, Dior, Balenciaga, and the Row Project. Perfection. Yet many of their workers earn shockingly low wages. Imagine stitching a $4,500 handbag, working 12-16 hours a day, for just a few dollars. And the unsold products? Instead of donating them, some brands destroy or burn them to maintain exclusivity. In places like France and Italy, laws have tried to stop this, but globally, millions in goods still disappear every year. And the psychology behind it all? Fashion marketing is engineered to sell insecurity. The subtle message that you're not enough unless you own what they sell. That manipulation is the real fabric holding luxury fashion together. Then there's supercars. Ferrari, Bugatti, Lamborghini, Rolls-Royce. They look like the ultimate symbols of success. But buying one isn't just about money. You can literally be denied. Ferrari is infamous for rejecting buyers who don't fit the brand image. In 2024, a Silicon Valley investor went viral after being rejected for the Ferrari Purosangue. Not because he couldn't afford it, but because Ferrari didn't like his lifestyle. And then there's the myth that supercars are investments. Sure, a few rare ones are, but most depreciate faster than they accelerate. Add the massive emissions they pump into the environment. And you start to see that the appeal is more about perception than reality. Scarcity plays a huge role in all of this. Brands intentionally limit supply to heighten desire. The Hermes Birkin is the poster child for this strategy. Even in 2025, you can't just walk in and buy one. You have to build a relationship with the store, buy smaller items. And then maybe, you get offered a Birkin. Imagine a restaurant forcing you to order appetizers every week for months before they let you try the main course. Sounds ridiculous, right? But that's luxury logic in its purest form. And the scandals don't stop there. In early 2025, a well-known Southeast Asian jeweler was exposed. They were selling lab-grown diamonds as natural ones, charging $15,000 or more for stones worth only a few $100s. Celebrities, politicians, collectors, everyone got tricked. Just because something is expensive doesn't mean it's ethical. In fact, sometimes the higher the price, the more hidden the truth. Luxury real estate is another illusion. Those $10 million condos and glass-wrapped penthouses? A shocking number of them stay empty. They're not homes. They're financial vaults, tools for wealth storage, tax avoidance, and sometimes money laundering. In cities like New York, London, Dubai, and Singapore, skyscrapers glitter at sunset but go dark at night. They're monuments to global wealth, not real living spaces. Then you've got private jets and mega yachts, the pinnacle of opulence. But they come with enormous costs, not just financially, but environmentally. A single private jet flight can produce more CO2 than an average person does in an entire year. These jets also transport art, valuables, even cash, often with minimal oversight. Mega yachts are essentially floating kingdoms with their own rules. Behind the luxurious facade, crew members often work long hours with almost no privacy. A quiet form of modern servitude. And with offshore ownership structures, accountability evaporates completely. Luxury watches and influencers complete the illusion. Rolex, Patek Philippe, Audemars Piguet, they could produce more watches, but they don't. They restrict supply to maintain hype and demand. That's why waiting lists stretch on for years. And influencers? Many of the luxury items they flaunt are rented, borrowed, or downright fake. Yet they're marketed as goals, creating unrealistic standards, pressuring viewers into chasing a lifestyle that doesn't even exist. When you strip away the marketing, the psychology, the curated imagery, what remains is this: luxury isn't just a product, it's a narrative. A carefully crafted story designed to make us believe that owning something expensive elevates us as people. Luxury feeds on status, aspiration, and insecurity. It shines because we allow it to shine. So the next time you see something shiny, exclusive, and insanely expensive, ask yourself, is this true value or just a beautifully engineered illusion? And if you want a part 2, where we uncover luxury skincare scams, secret billionaire clubs, underground auctions, black markets, and hidden wealth networks, just comment "expose more." Stay sharp, stay curious, and never let glitter blind you. Thank you for watching.